Great. Welcome, everybody. It's Monday, the 11th of January, 2021. We're going to start our practice today with an exercise for the face and specifically for the muscles around the eyes. So we'll take our two index fingers and place them just at the corner of the eyes. And we'll gently pull the skin of the eyes to the sides towards the ears. Okay? Holding that, you'll squeeze your eyes closed and tight. It will pull your fingers back towards the eyes, but you resist just gently. And then open the eyes, keep pulling the skin. Close and squeeze, breathe out. Breathe in and open. Close and squeeze, breathe out. Breathing in and open. This is not only for the skin of the face. Close the eyes and breathe out. Breathe in and open, but it can also help to lubricate the eyes. One more time. Close and squeeze and open. Bring your hands down, close your eyes for a moment, take a couple of deep breaths, and just notice the sensation that this gives you around the eyes. Open your eyes once again. Good. Now we're going to practice Ujjayi breath. And in order to do the Ujjayi, you need to be sitting in a very tall position, crown of the head rising to the sky, chin parallel to the floor. Lift your shoulders just once towards the ears, roll them back, and then let them settle. The shoulders actually kind of settle at the tops and corners of the rib cage. Now take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, make a ha with the mouth. And again, we'll breathe in through the nose. That's right. And again, breathing in through the nose. Good. One more time. Now keep your mouth closed, but keep that impression of the ha as you breathe out. So breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So you hear your breath breathing in and you hear it as you breathe out. And again, breathing in, breathing out. Keep that type of breath. Listen to my voice. Keep your chest up. Keep breathing in and out where you hear it. It's like the ocean, just moving back and forth. The chest lifts high and the belly is pulled in just slightly pull in the belly button. Keeping this breath. Feel a strength and a power, taking in the oxygen, taking in the breath, keeping the belly pulled in just slightly. This is going to help to protect the low back as we practice. One more deep breath in like this. That's right. Breathe out. Excellent. Keep that type of breath. Roll over your ankles and come up onto all fours onto your mat. So hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Get the palms down into the floor. And as you breathe in next time, curl your spine looking skyward. And breathe out, pull the belly button in as you round and look to your belly button. And again, let's breathe in, curl looking skyward. And breathe out and round, look to the belly button. Let's do that a few more times. Let's curl and round. Really fill the lungs when you breathe in. So let's breathe in, let's fill the lungs, looking skyward. And breathe out and release. Coming back to a flat back. We've got both palms down for the moment. I want you to lift up the right palm so the fingertips touch the floor. This is the most sensitive part of the body, the fingertips. And just feel the floor. Push off the floor with those fingertips. Let your right shoulder come forward and your left ear goes to your left shoulder. So you sort of twist the body a little bit and you're opening up the right hand side. Come back, set the palm down. And we do the same thing with the left. Come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Let your right ear go to your right shoulder and let your shoulders go to the right. Feel the stretch down the left hand side. Come back to center. We'll do it again with the right. Fingertips down. Sort of curve your spine and bring the palm back down. And let's go with the left. Fingertips. Curve the spine. One more time each side. Lift the right hand. Fingertips are down and you curve. Coming back. Let's do the left hand. Fingertips down and we curve. And coming back. Good. Now lift your chin. See if you can curve the upper spine. Curve the lower spine at the same time. And shift the weight onto the left knee. Raise your right knee up. Now we'll just cycle. We'll just do a nice, easy cycle with the knee, round and around. You can make it big or small. Change the direction, go in the opposite direction. Gently cycling, turning the knee around. And bring the knee back down. Other side. Lift your left knee. And let's go. Nice gentle cycling of the knee. Make it as big or as small as you wish. Change the direction. Keeping the low back curved, keeping the head lifted. And we bring the knee back down. Now from here, keep your hands as they are. Simply tuck the toes under and we rise to what's called crouching cat. So the hips go up, toes are tucked under, shoulders are forward, palms are down, and you curve your spine. The more you can curve and lift and tilt the hips up, the better it is. Here we're going to bounce just with the knees. You bend and bend deeper. You just bounce up and down a little bit. Now turn your heels to the left. And maybe your right heel comes down. And we bounce again, up and down. Coming back to center. Let's turn the heels to the right and we bounce up and down. Just getting a feel for the body. Just getting a feel for the legs. Coming back to center. Step your feet forward until they're at the center of the mat. And walk your hands back until you reach close to your feet. Your knees are bent. Grab a hold of your elbows and begin swaying from side to side. So you let your neck, your head drop. You let your arms pull your shoulders down. Then lower the arms down and let's roll the right and left shoulders. Turn your head from right to left, little no. And then up and down for a little yes. Bring your hands to your hips. Elbows point up to the sky. Bend your knees low. Lift your chin first. Chest follows. Come all the way up to a standing position. Now here, straighten your legs. Let your hips go back. Stretch your arms by your sides. Close your eyes a moment. And just feel yourself in your perfect posture. Absolutely perfect posture. From here, open your eyes and give a bend to your knees. Let your hips move back and your chest move up and forward. Set your fingertips down now on your thighs. Okay, so that's that spidering of the hands. Palm is up on the thighs. See if you can broaden your shoulders and broaden your upper back. Curve even more into your spine and lift your chin. Look skyward and feel a length through the belly. Raise your right arm up and bring it just behind the ear, the hand just behind the ear. Lean over to your left. Let your left ear go to your left shoulder. You'll slide the left hand down until it reaches the knee. And curve your spine. Curve it, leaning over. Coming back up. Bring your right hand down. And this time the left arm comes up. Hand is behind the ear, cupping the head. And lean over to your right. Your right hand slides down towards the knee. Looking forward. Open up the side ribs. Hips go back. Coming back up to center. Bring the fingertips down. And then raise your arms out in front of you. And we're going to do what's called seed hands. You'll curl your hands into two fists, but not tight fists. It's as if you're holding a lighter, right? You just curl your fingers in as if you're holding a lighter. This is called seed hands. So stretch those arms straight out in front of you. Hips are back. And we're just going to bounce up and down here a few times. The arms are strong. See if you can get tone in the arms. As if you're going to push your arms down, but there's something resisting. Up and down a few times. And then bring your hands back, fingertips touching the thighs. Hips back, chest lifted. Now we're going to lift our right foot and step it back, not far, just about a little bit less than 1 meter apart. So this is called tribal lunge. You've got the right foot turned out, the left foot is in front, turned forward. Grab your elbows, sink your hips back. Okay. Now I want you to turn towards your right with the elbows, let your body twist, look over your right shoulder, and then turn back, forward, and as far as you can to the left. Keep your belly in, keep the breath in the chest and upper back. Let's go back. We're going to turn to the right. Belly in, hips are back. Coming back, face front, and twist to your left. One more time, twist to the right. This is a lot of core work going on, a lot of work in the belly and the waist. Come back to center. Step forward, set the fingertips onto the thighs, hips back, chest lifted, shoulders broad. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot and drag the left foot back until you can bring the heel down. So left foot points towards the left, right foot points forward. Grab your elbows. And here we go. We twist to the left. Look behind you as far as possible. Keep the hips and the knees stable. Twist now to the right. Lifting up through the chest. Feel the waist working. And again, twist to your left. Hips stay back. Twist to the right. Excellent, very good. Stay with the slowness of the movement so you can really feel the moment and what's going on. Turn back, twisting to your right, go as far as possible. Turn back front, gently stepping your left foot forward, fingertips again on the thighs, broaden the shoulders, broaden the back, sink down, lift your chin a little bit, and let's come back up to standing and your perfect posture. Now you're going to feel the low back is probably sparked and alive. You're going to feel a lot of muscular tension in the low back. Here I want you to lift the ribs away, keep the hips back, chin lifted, and bring your hands to your heart center. Be sure your belly is ignited so you've got Uddiyana Bandha going on. And we'll take a deep breath in, stretch skyward, get really long. Then you breathe out, you'll bend at the knees, folding forward. Hands can come to the front edge of your mat now. Come to a halfway lift, breathing in, and step back to a plank position. Everybody come into a strong plank. Lower your knees. Now, if you wish, you could do a push-up. If not, let's all meet at the floor, pointing the toes, lengthening the legs. Draw the shoulders back and rise to a cobra. And then push back to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet here, right and left. Get into the toes, the feet, the ankles, knees and hips. Looking to your hands, take some big steps forward. Halfway lift, breathing in. Breathe out, fold forward. Hands to your hips, elbows up. Push down, rise to a standing position. Re-find your perfect posture. Hands to your heart center. And let's go again. A deep breath in, lift, breathe out, fold forward, all the way down. Good, halfway lift, breathe in, excellent, and step back to a plank position. Decide now whether or not you're gonna do a push-up. You can do a push-up or meet us at the floor, cobra, get into a cobra position and push back to downward facing dog. Good. Sorry, I'm just making sure everybody's muted here. Good. One more deep breath in. Look to your hands. Now you could step, or if you want, go for it and jump forward. Halfway lift, breathe in, breathe out, fold forward. Good, hands to your hips, elbows up to the sky, rise to standing. Find that perfect position, please. Good, hands to your heart center. Let's go again. Take a deep breath in and lift. Folding forward all the way down. Excellent, everyone. Knees are soft, halfway lift and step back to a plank position. Beautiful. Do a push-up if you wish, or meet us at the floor. Pointing your toes, rise to a cobra, everyone. Yes, and push back, downward facing dog. Excellent, very, very good. Okay. Now we're gonna be doing some more core work here, and this is more of functional classic core work. If at any point you feel it's too much, you could bring your knees down. So everyone raise the right leg, please. Raise the right leg. From here, take a deep breath in and breathe out, bring the knee towards the nose, under the body, and you get into like a plank position. Breathe in, raise the right leg, and then breathe out, bring it to the right elbow. Hup. Raise it again, bring it to the left elbow. Raise it again, let's go to the nose, right in the center, belly in. Back up, right elbow. Back up again, left elbow. Raise it back up, everyone, and here we go, in between the hands. Spin your left heel down and go ahead and rise to a warrior two position, everyone. In warrior two, we want to make sure we're dialing our right foot out so it gets that right knee and the right hip in the proper position. Left foot is also dialing out. It really locks in the femur bone into the hip socket. Stretch the arms as straight as possible, fingers spread. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms, straightening the legs, and breathe out, bend the right knee. Again, let's breathe in and breathe out. See if you can come back to that Ujjayi breath. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Stay with the knee bent, reverse, and move back down again into a plank position, everyone. You can do a push-up here if you wish. Moving all the way down, let's go into cobra and downward facing dog. So set your hands, set your feet. Take a few deep breaths here. Good, I'm just gonna check you on this side. Very nice. Good, Claire. Good, Anna. Well done. Keep breathing. All right, we're going to raise our left leg. Up it goes. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, knee to the nose. Excellent, Luca. Good, Vincian. Again, breathing in, rise up. This time to the left elbow. Yes. Excellent, Gitel. Back up again. Breathe out to the right elbow. Beautiful, everybody. Back up again. Go to the nose again. Let's go. Center, nose. Yes. Back up again to the left elbow. Yes. Good. Back up again. Make it smooth and slow to the right elbow. Cross it underneath. Excellent. Let's raise the leg back up and let's take warrior two. So in your warrior two, we want to make sure left foot dialing out, right foot dialing out. Okay, so it really sets the femur bones in the hip sockets. It also really helps the knees to be in the right position so there's no unbalanced pressure. Arms stretch straight. Here we go. Stretch both legs, reach to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, and sink down. Come back to that Ujjayi breath. As you breathe in, it's like a as you breathe out. One more time. Breathing in. And let's reverse. Go back. And let's move back down to a plank position. Everything's strong here. Do a push-up if you wish. All the way down, moving into a cobra and downward facing dog. All right, everyone. Look to your hands, stepping or jumping forward, however you feel. Halfway lift, folding forward, hands to your hips, elbows up. Come into a chair position. Take your arms straight up in chair, and then bring the hands to the back of the head. Open your elbows, lift your chest, sink down. And we're going to twist to our right. See if you can do this without putting any pressure, head forward. Keep your head back. Excellent work for the neck. Coming back, twisting forward and to your left. Go as far as is possible, hips back, chest lifted. Coming back to center. Raise your arms up and let's fold forward. Let's go. Halfway lift. Stepping back to a plank position. One push-up if you wish. All the way down. Cobra pose. And downward facing dog. Let's take our right leg and let's go for warrior two. Check to make sure. Right foot dialing out, left foot dialing out. From here, again, let's bring our hands behind the head. Lift the chin. I want you to lean back, raising the right elbow, and then lean forward. See if you can get the right elbow to touch the right knee. Lifting back up, let's lean back. And lean forward, elbow towards the knee. One more time. Go back, forward. This time, as you go back, stretch the arms, take your reverse warrior, and move back down to a plank position. One push-up, all the way down, cobra, and downward facing dog. Good job, everybody. Excellent. Whew. Take your left leg up in between the hands. Ay, 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 all the way up to the warrior two. So I don't know about you, but I don't feel the cold anymore. I'm feeling quite warm. Hands behind the head, open the elbows. Sink down nicely. First we'll lean back. Leaning back, and then leaning forward. Get that elbow towards the knee, and then leaning back. Belly stays in. If this is too much for your low back, you could do it with your hands at your hips. Okay, this helps to release the low back, not so much pressure. One more time. Going forward. And then we can stretch our arms out, reversing. And then move back down again to a plank position. Nice strong plank, everyone. One push-up. All the way down. Cobra. and downward facing dog. Setting your hands and your feet nicely. Take a few deep breaths here, in and out. All right. Looking to your hands, take some big steps forward. Halfway lift, breathing in. Breathe out, fold forward. Okay, let's take our hands to our hips, bend the knees low, lift the chest. All right, we're getting into a chair position. Bring your hands to your heart center. Raise your right foot. So we're going to do things a little bit differently. Sink your hips down and see if you can set your right foot on your left knee. If it's too difficult, grab a hold of the right knee, okay? So you either have the right foot against the thigh just above the knee, or you're holding, okay? If you're not holding, bring your hands to your heart center, and then thumbs come on top of the head. Lift your chest, lift your eyes, and see if you can lean back a little bit. Nice little challenge for Monday, 11th of January. One more deep breath in, and release it. Whew, straighten both legs. Re-find your perfect posture. Good. Coming back to a chair position. Hands at heart center, hips back. Shift the weight to the right leg. See if you can get your left foot on top of the right knee or on the right thigh. If not, you can just hold on to it. Even if you're holding on to it, you can lean back. So if you've got it on the thigh, let's get the thumbs to the top crown of the head. And let's begin leaning back. Ooh, this is fun. Look to the sky. Go back. Open up. Deep breaths. Let's open to 2021. It's going to be a great year. One more deep breath in and release. Come back to that perfect posture. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in. Rise up. Breathe out. Let's fold. Whew. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Step back to a plank position. One push-up if you wish. Moving all the way down. Let's go into cobra and downward facing dog. Take your right foot, bring it between your hands, and let's go for a warrior two position. From the warrior two, set your hands to your hips, straighten out your right leg, lift up through the spine, and we're going to slide. It's a little bit different. We'll slide our right hand down over the right leg until we reach the ankle. Open up your left shoulder. If you like, look to your left, or you could look to the sky. If you want to go farther, stretch the left arm to the sky. Holding and breathing. The right knee, by the way, is soft. You never want to hyperextend. You can keep a little bend in the knee, or you straighten it, but no hyperextension. Another deep breath in. Bring the left hand to the floor, bending the right knee. So we're going to take that spidering position with the left hand. Alternatively, if you can't touch the floor, use a block or a pillow. You could even use a chair. Okay. Right hand goes to the right hip. Keep dialing out with your right foot and just turn your chest to the right. So the right knee now is bent, slightly bent. Turn to the right. If possible, stretch the arm to the sky. Holding here, lift and open the chest. Each time you breathe in, get longer. Chest comes farther forward. One more deep breath in. Hands come down. Good. Lift your back heel and lower the back knee. Point the toes. One hand at a time on the front thigh. Push against the front thigh to lift the chest. So here, if you have a sensitive knee, you could double up your mat and place the knee doubled up on the padded part of the mat. Okay? If not, your hands to your front thigh, Hips come forward. Lift and open the chest. Now, we're going to raise our right arm up. Turn the palm to the sky, and you make a little okay sign with the right hand. You could stay here, or if you'd like to go farther, you kick up your back leg and grab the ankle. This is the more advanced position. Stay for a couple of breaths, not longer. And we release everything. Toes come back down, hands come back down. Step back to a plank position, please. Everybody hold the plank, belly in, chin lifted. Ujjayi breath. One more deep breath in. Move yourself down with or without your knees. Point your toes, lengthen out, rise up to a cobra, and push back to down dog. Pedal your feet if you wish. Just recover for a moment in down dog. You could also take child's pose if you need to. Just completely relax. Choose what's best for you right now. Okay, same thing, other side. Left leg comes up between the hands. Spin your right heel down. Take a warrior two position. Set yourselves nicely, dialing out the feet. Hands come to the hips. Let's stretch the left leg straight. The left hand, we're going to slide it down the leg. So you get into sensations. You get to feel what's going on as you slide the hand down and it reaches the ankle. From here, you can turn your head to the right. You could look to the sky. And you could also stretch the arms straight. Decide what's best for you. Here we go. Deep breaths. Ujjayi breathing if possible. Good job. Another deep breath in. Bring the hand down and you'll lift the palm of the right hand. So fingertips are on the floor. It's like that spider position with the hand. Bend your left knee in order to get it there. You could also use a block or a chair. Here we're going to twist. Left hand goes to the left hip. Turn and open up to your left. Left knee stays bent. You could stretch the arm straight if you wish, or keep the hand at the hip. Breathing Ujjayi breath. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Hand comes down. Turn your right foot. Bring the knee down. Same thing. You could double up the mat if you want to, if your knee is sensitive. One hand at a time, onto the front thigh. Let the hips go forward and down. Lift the chest. Okay. Left arm rises, palm to the sky. Make the upside down okay sign. Holding here, setting your gaze at the hand, or even looking through the okay sign. If you'd like to go farther, you just kick up that back foot, grab it, and hold. Couple more breaths. Good job. Releasing the hand, release the foot, hands come down, get into your plank position, and we're going to hold. Belly in, lift the head. See if you can dial your hands out here. It's going to help setting the shoulders properly. Belly in, Ujjayi breath. 3, 2, 1 more. Woo! Let's move to the floor, all the way down. And hands come under the forehead. Move the hips from side to side to relax and to let go. All right, let's lift the head now. We're going to do some classic back work. So the right arm reaches out, thumb pointing up. Lift your head, lift your right arm and your left leg. Now you could look forward or you could look down to your hand. Take some deep breaths here, in and out. Bring the hand back down underneath the head, bring the head down and the leg down. Move your hips from side to side to let go. Good. Stretch your left arm in front of you, thumb pointing up. Head lifted, raise the arm and the right leg this time. Left arm, right leg. Holding. Looking either forward or at your hand. At the same time, you can still do Ujjayi breath. Bring the hand back down, bring the head down and move your hips. Lift your head, reach your arms behind you, clasp the hands together. Stretch them as straight as possible. Snake pose. Lift the head, chest, shoulders, and the legs. Take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths here. And if you would like, move straight into bow. If not, take a break before moving into bow. Or you could stay in snake. Completely up to you. Holding 3 more Ujjayi breaths. Coming back down, hands under the shoulders. Push up onto the hands and knees. Stay here on the hands and knees and move your hips from side to side. Good. All right. I want you to slide your right knee forward and cross the right foot to the left-hand side of your mat. So it's like you're going to get into a pigeon, but you're not really going to get into a pigeon. You got the right foot in front of the left thigh. Scoot your left knee towards the right ankle, okay? And this kind of makes a 4 position with your legs. So the left knee touches the right ankle. The right knee is kind of diagonally out to the side. Tilt your hips up and back so you curve the spine. And we're just going to pulse back. You'll pulse back and release forward. Pulsing back, release forward. So you just pulse back and forth. That's it. And then pulse back and stay. Press back with both hips. Let the back curve. Now lift your chin. And if possible, come up onto your fingertips. Pulling the heart forward, pressing the hips back. 3, 2, 1. Let's release it, palms back down. Slide the right knee forward, uncross. Move the hips from side to side. Good job. Let's slide the left knee forward and cross. That ankle goes towards the right knee, right? So it's just crossed across. Palms are down. And we're going to curve the spine, lift the chin, and we press back. It's just pulsing in place. And it's actually quite healthy for the hip. Perhaps a little bit better for us than the pigeon position. Now press the hips back and stay there. And let's get up on top of the fingertips for those dome hands. Curving, lifting the chin. Get really curvy in the low back. Let the glutes push back and lift. And we hold it 3, 2, 1. Release, bring your palms back down. We'll uncross the legs, swinging your feet to one side. Let's get into a position on our backs. So scoot yourself nicely into the center of your mat, grab behind your thighs, and roll down slowly until you get your low back and even your upper back against the floor. Walk your feet away from you, and we will start with a hamstring bridge. Hands on the ground, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Arms are down. Lift and open the chest, and then raise the hips. They should not come up very high. And we're just going to pulse up a little higher each time. We pulse up 5, squeeze tight. 4, squeeze your glutes together as well. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips back down. Walk your feet in towards your hips. Now we'll set the elbows down, fingers spread wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen the neck. We'll lift our hips up for a classic bridge, okay? Squeeze the glutes tight. Belly lengthens, neck lengthens as well. Now we're going to raise the right leg, and I want you to press up high with the left. Keep the right knee bent, and then set it back down. Let the hips come down a bit. Then we lift the left knee. Up, the knee is bent. Use the right glute. Coming back down. Right knee, press up. Coming back down. Left knee, press it up. Coming back down. One more time each side. Let's go. Right knee, up, squeeze. Back down. Left knee, up. Bring the foot back down, but raise the hips. Lengthen out the neck. For those of you who like to do full bridge and you've been regularly doing full bridge, set your hands now to either side of the head, come to the crown of the head and push up in full bridge pose. If you have not been regularly doing full bridge, stay in half bridge. Stay for 5 more Ujjayi breaths into the chest, ribs, upper back. Belly gets long and stays in. You feel like you're sighing your breath. It's like the sounds of the ocean. One more deep breath in. Everybody in full bridge, come to half bridge, please. Now we're all in half bridge. Let's raise our arms over our head, stretching and reaching far, and lower the back 1 vertebra at a time, very slowly until the back is placed all the way onto the floor. Once you are all the way down, let your feet come to each other, knees go wide in a butterfly position, or if this is really not comfortable for you, stretch your legs straight as wide as your mat or wider. Take a few deep breaths here. Keep your arms stretched behind you. Lift your knees. Set your feet as wide as your mat. You should feel now that you can touch either edge of your mat. And let your knees fall to the right. Stretch the left arm really long, and maybe turn your head to the left until you touch your left arm. Raise your left knee first, the right knee will follow, and you allow your knees to fall to your left now. Right arm reaches behind you. And maybe you could turn your head to the right until the face touches the right arm. And you just stay here. Raising one knee at a time. Let's come back to the center and lift both knees up against the chest. See if you can wrap your arms around your knees and rock from side to side. Getting a little massage of the back. Keep your right knee, stretch your left leg onto the floor. Now you're going to keep the right foot relaxed for the moment. And I want you to grab behind the right thigh. Now listen carefully. I want you to arch your low back so that there's a space between the floor and your low back. But go to a point where you feel, that feels kind of nice, but not into compression. You want to feel like, oh, there's a nice little curve in my low back. And then stretch the leg as straight as possible. Now, maybe you won't be able to pull it towards you because your low back is curved. That's fine. What we want to do is to ground the femur bone into the hip socket. So it fits nicely in the hip socket at its natural position. And sometimes a lot of people can get relief for the hips this way and the low back. Now make a nice big circle with the foot, keeping this position. So there will be a stretch behind the leg as well. Change the direction of the circle. And now flex your right foot. See if you can pull the leg closer to you without rounding the low back, without pushing the low back to the floor. And see if at the same time you can really root your femur bone into the hip. Take another deep breath in. And release, bending the knee. Now we're going to go into a full spinal twist. We'll let the right knee go to the left-hand side of the mat, stretch your right arm out to the side, and look at your right hand. So the twist goes right from the crown of the head, through the neck, through the back, and to the hip and knee. You should also feel this in the chest, opening up the pectoral muscles, as well as the anterior deltoids that we work with the push-ups and the plank. Good. Roll back onto your back. That right knee comes close to the chest. Lift your head, nose to the knee. And we'll just release. We're going to stretch our right leg on the floor and bring the left knee up to the chest. So keep the foot relaxed for the moment. Grab behind the thigh. And you'll stretch your right leg as straight as possible and find that curve in the low back. So you can put your hand underneath the low back and the floor. You should have that much curve. Keep that and feel as if you're going to push your thigh bone down into the floor. It's really super nice to set the hips and super nice for the low back. Now we'll make a nice big circle with the left foot. Change the direction of the circle. And flex the foot and see how far you can pull it without losing the curve in the low back. So you keep that curve. Keep it there. One more deep breath in. And release it, bending the knee. We take a deep spinal twist. Let the knee fall to the right. Turn your head to the left. Reach your left arm out. One more deep breath in. And rolling back onto your back. Lift the head, nose to the knee. And now lift both knees, nose in between the knees. Round out completely your whole body. Relaxing the head onto the floor. Bring the feet one at a time. where you can feel the outer edges of your mat. You can feel just the edges and the corners. Let your right leg slide along the right edge until the leg is completely straight. Let your left foot slide along the left-hand side until it's completely straight. Reach your right arm as far as possible. See if you can almost touch the knee. Turn the palm to the sky and set the back of the hand down. Same thing with the left side. Reach the left hand almost towards the knee. Turn the palm to the sky and bring the arm down. Now turn your head from right to left. See if you can get yourself in a position where you feel centered, where you feel balanced. Bring your head back to facing the sky. Make some little movements if you need to in the upper body, in the lower body, just to make sure you're in a proper position for your Shavasana. Now you can begin breathing in and out of the belly. So as you breathe in, you can expand the belly. And as you breathe out, you can completely relax it and let it go. And as you breathe this way, begin relaxing your feet and your legs. Relax your hips, your low back. Relax your tummy. Just let it go with your breath. Relax the chest and the upper back. Just completely relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Relaxing your neck and your throat, the jaw. Relax all the muscles of the face. Relax your head. And for the next minute, just allow your mind to wander. It helps to relax the mind. Take some deep breaths now in and out of the belly. And when you're ready, move your fingers and toes. Move the arms and the legs. Raise your arms over your head and stretch from fingers to toes, reaching behind you. And then gently lift your knees up to your chest and squeeze them against the chest. Rocking gently from side to side. And then roll onto your right hand side, lifting yourself up from the side, coming to a seated position. Good. Yeah. All right. Let's rub our hands together. Bring the hands over your face. Tap around your eyes. Just come into that sensation just for these few seconds. Shake your hands out. Let's do it again. Let's rub our hands together and bring the hands over the face and just get into the sensation. It lowers cortisol to feel your sensations. Cortisol is a stress hormone, so it's nice to just get away from that stress hormone. Shake out. And this time, rub your hands together and give yourself that big hug. Everybody needs them. Hugs during the day. Grab a hold of your shoulder blades and just squeeze. Give yourself a big squeeze. And release. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. I wish you all a lovely day, a wonderful week. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.